What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Techbot Solutions. I'm pretty sure you guys can be joining us from either camera. So right now I'm filming within the YouTube channel, and if you guys want to actually see what it is that's going to be on my screen, then feel free to join the live stream within the YouTube channel. And then if you guys are joining us through Facebook, you guys are going to be able to see me, and this shouldn't be a very long video. So I'm just going to be talking about some of the top picks that I have for this upcoming week. So I want to thank you guys again for joining us and kind of get started. If you guys are joining us for the first time, my name is Ricky. We have a group, it's Techbot Solutions. We have over 46,000 members now worldwide. We just broke 42,000 members within the Facebook platform, so I appreciate you guys and all your support. So other than that, let's kind of go ahead and get right to it. I'm going to be talking about 3 stocks that I'm going to be swing trading this week, most likely. They are kind of going according to plan, and I just want to share that with you. I want to congratulate everyone. I had just joined the live, not the live stream, but the Discord group chat. And I do want to give a shout out. So right now, for those that are within the YouTube live stream, we have a couple traders that locked in a good amount of profit, and it's all due to their hard work. We have Ryan that locked in over $2,000 profit with 2 trades so far. We have Time, the trade man, over 315, and then a couple other that said that they were up, the chief investor over $300, and then a couple others that said that they were driving. Okay, 215, and a couple others that were doing pretty well. So that's really just it. I'm going to start sharing my screen and talk to you guys exactly about the 3 stocks that I'm going to be looking at, just so if you guys want me to cut it short, the 3 stocks that I'm going to be looking at this week is the position that I have on UGAS. I'll talk to you guys about my entry point and my exit and my whole plan and stuff like that with that. I also plan on swing trading AKS. It looks like it's actually playing according to plan. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that, as well as my last one that I see value in would be, where was it? So, JNUG. Not too sure if you guys got the alert on JNUG, but JNUG just broke above $20. It had a little bit of a pullback, but I'll talk to you guys a little bit more on the fundamental understanding on why I see value on that specific trade. So let me go ahead and open this breakdown again. If you guys want to see my screen, you guys can join me on the YouTube live stream, and you guys can see everything that is that that I'm looking at and stuff like that. So let's get right to it, and let me start breaking down UGAS. All right, so UGAS is actually down on the day. I got in at 1163, so I'm actually down. It's at 1138 right now. Looks like it has a support around 1130 and resistance at around 1140. So if we do a 10-day analysis, the reason that I traded UGAS is because of the trend that I saw that it has around $11 being the support and around $13.50 being the resistance. It is still kind of just around the lower points of the price point, but it's still, during pre-market hours today, it hit highs of $11.95, which is a good sign that it was trending up, but all of a sudden it had a huge dip. So I'm still sticking to my plan. And just for those that are asking, what is my plan? I understand that the overall support is at $11 and that the overall resistance is at $13.50. But because I don't want to ride it all the way down, I'm going to cut my losses if it goes below $11.30. The reason why is I just don't want to write it down to 30 cents because I'm not 100% sure that, it's going to bounce at $11, although it has based on previous trends, as you guys can tell here. You never know 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to my plan. I have an overall 3% risk on UGAS. So right now I'm in it with a little bit over, I think, like $2,400. But I plan to buy another $2,000 when it breaks above $12 and it holds. And then I plan to buy with another $2,000 when it breaks above $12.50. So I want to be in it with about $6,000 to $7,000. So therefore, if my plan goes according to plan, again, I bought in at $11.63. And if I buy more at $12 and then I buy more at $12.50 and I sell anywhere from around $13 to $13.50, my overall, I will be looking at more of like a 7 to 8% growth overall because of how I'm averaging up, and that breaks down to, if you guys could see the breakdown right here. I mean, it would be from top to bottom, from where my initial entry point is to my exit. It would be around almost 14% growth. But realistically, because I'm averaging up, that percentage, the net percentage growth would be a little bit less. Realistically, what all it comes down to is that I know where I bought was a decent price point because I saw an upward trend. Unfortunately, I saw a pullback. I'm still sticking to my plan. It's a swing trade. I don't expect it to, just skyrocket up. if we look at it on how it played out when it went from 11 to 1350, it didn't just always see an upward trend. It would see an upward trend, see some pullbacks, see an upward trend, kind of just flatline, see a couple pullbacks, see another couple red days, but then it would continue its upward trend. And that's one of the biggest things with these swing trades. You want to make sure that you're patient, that you stick to your plan, and then if it doesn't go according to your plan, that you have a plan B. And my plan B is like, okay, look, if I stop loss out at 1130, I'll cut my losses there. I'll wait for the bounce at $11, and if it validates that support, then I'll buy in at that lower price point, which then I can even sell for a greater profit. But as long as I'm not riding it from 1130 to $11, then I should be good, because I'm saving about 2.5% there that I'm not losing anymore. Although yes, I am selling my position. For me, it's more important for me to stick to my entry, my exit, and my stop loss. So again, for those that are asking, for UGAS, my entry is 1163. My stop loss would be 1130. So I got really close to that this morning. Right now it's at 1139, and my sell point, my desired sell point, is at around 1150. That's just my opinion. This is my plan. This does not mean that this is something that you have to do. And I plan to buy more shares at $12 and then at $12.50. So let's move on to the next one. The next one that I see value in is AKS. So if you guys joined us for our Sunday Stock Talk, you guys would have seen my breakdown on AKS and why it is that I see value in that one. I'm going to do a 180-day analysis. This is one that we called out a couple weeks ago due to the bounce that it had at $5, due to the resistance that it had at $6. We called out the resistance at $6 because if you guys look at the overall analysis, $6 was a previous support, which makes it a new resistance level. And as it hit that resistance level, it started to trend down, but now it's starting to bounce at around 520, 517. Not 100%, but it looks like it's starting to bounce. I'm not going to buy in just yet because it hasn't broken above the EMA on this 180-day analysis. But when it does break above the EMA, it does a pretty decent job continuing its upward trend. And that's the whole thing, right? I'm trying to buy AKS on an upward trend, which then I can later sell for a profit at around the $6 resistance. So I've identified this margin of profit, the low points and the high points. All I have to wait for is for it to validate the support and start trending back up. Once I see that upward trend, I identify a good buy point, good sell point, and a good place to cut my losses. Overall, this being a $5 stock, let's say right now it's at 525. It has not been moving around a lot, especially within just the day. And that's totally fine. Again, I'm not thinking about just day trading this specific stock. I'm thinking about swing trading it. But I think it could actually go down to lows of like 510. So if it goes down to lows of 510, and then we see a break above 520 again, I wouldn't mind for AKS getting in at 520, cutting my losses below 510. And then my desired sell point would be anywhere from 590 to $6. Understanding that if we do the overall breakdown on the potential for profit compared to the potential for loss, if I wait and I wait for the bounce at 510, I wait to get in at 520, but then all of a sudden I cut my losses at 510, I will be at a net loss of about a little bit less than 2%, which is fine, because if I go from 520 and I stick to my plan and it goes according to my plan and I sell at around 590, that will be almost 12% profit. And if I sell at $6, a little bit over 13% profit. Even if I want to be a little bit risky with this trade, since the overall support is at $5, I would be at a 3.43% loss if I get in like at the current price point that it's in right now. And I stop loss out if it goes below $5. So there's ways that you can manage it, and there's ways that you can, try to formulate your risk. But the easiest way that I can do it is I like to wait for three things on my swing trades, even my day trades. I like to identify a trend, right? So we've identified the trend that it has at $5, the resistance that it has at $6. We wait for the validation of the support. So we identified a support at $5. We wait for it to actually bounce at $5 and for it to start trending up. I know we're giving up some profit, but realistically, I'd much rather see myself investing in something that's actually seen an upward trend rather than hoping that it bounces. So understanding that, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for the bounce. And then once it breaks above the EMA line, then I feel comfortable after I see within the intraday in the 5-minute chart, as long as I see 2 green candlesticks above the EMA, I have a better understanding. Again, this is just my approach. In no way does this mean that this is what you have to do. I have a better understanding that, hey, this might be actually, not a bad time to take a position on this. And another thing that you can do, something that I've been doing within the past couple of days, if you guys saw when I went over to Houston to help out for about 3 to 4 days, I took a position on UGAS, and I called out my trade, I called out my entry, my desired sell point, and I made a little bit over $500 simply by identifying the potential that I did. And now for AKS, if you guys can see right here, the MACD indicator is actually showing signs that it's actually going to curve back down. This is something that I did with UGAS. It's never 100% certain, but it's showing signs that this support that it's building at 520 might be its actual support, and it looks like it's wanting to trend back up. Therefore, if we get a break above 530 and then 535, then we have a better understanding that AKS is actually trending back up. So, this is just me talking about this specific stock. In no way does this mean that you have to actually, trade the stock. This is, again, me just talking about what I see value in. So now that we talked about AKS, the last one that I wanted to talk about was JNUG. JNUG is obviously one that has been in a majority of our watch list because it's one that I trade very often. It has not been one that I've traded very often because of the huge downward trend that it's seen from $26, as you guys can see right here, all the way down to about $17. But if you guys see, it has validated the support at $17. It is now trying to bounce and break above $20 and is now seeing signs of an upward trend. Because of that, when JNUG sees an upward trend like it did before, so again, let's stick to the basics, identifying a margin of profit. Well, once it breaks above $20, we have a margin from 20 to 26 based on previous trends, on where it's peaked out at before and where it's bounced at before, where it's seen an upward trend. I wanted to hold and really see an upward trend from $20. Understanding that, I have to be a little bit patient because right now it's not really holding. It's at $19.97 and it keeps going back and forth. So I'd much rather see a hold above $20 and for it to hold above the EMA. Once it validates that it's seen an upward trend, I would feel much more comfortable swing trading this specific stock because of all the news that's been going on. This is a gold-based ETF, and with all the news of North Korea and our country and stuff like that, JNUG does very well when we receive bad news because I don't know how to put it, but when our economy does bad, JNUG does good. When our economy does good, JNUG does bad. So that's the easiest way that I can put into perspective. All I really care about is the support, the resistance, the margin of profit, the validation of the support for it to start seeing an upward trend. And we're right at that point where it's validating that support and starting to see that upward trend. And that's why I think JNUG, within the past couple of weeks, that's why I think JNUG right now is on a good upward trend as long as it continues this hold above $20. And if it does, then that's really just it. So Addy within the Facebook live stream is asking, how is it that you found AKS? Is there a specific scan that you use? I did talk about my swing trading scanner, so you guys can actually just search up on YouTube, swing trading scanner, and then my name, Ricky. And that's really just it. So if you search that up, it will go into detail about how I kind of find these stocks. But I want you guys to know the way that I found AKS was actually due to a suggestion within the YouTube live stream of members within our community just asking me, hey, can you break down this stock? I see potential in it, and then I just add it to my watch list. That's a great thing about networking. That's why I encourage you guys to always ask questions and share ideas because it exposes you to more opportunity. It doesn't mean that you have to trade everything that is that people are talking about, but as long as you have your own judgment on that, okay, well, I see value in this one because I see a margin of profit, the support, the resistance. I just need to give it some time for it to be closer to the support. So with that general understanding, that's really all it is that I need, because at least I have a general fundamental understanding on what are quality stocks in my perspective. And I hope that you guys can do the same thing. So this is my first time going live on the Facebook platform. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And thank you guys again within the YouTube channel for tuning in. If you guys, let me see if there's any questions within the live stream. So we have a suggestion saying that unit is showing an upward trend. Let's see. Oh, I like that. So let me, I'll add that to my watch list. And then again, so you guys just saw that right now. So this is just a stock that one of our traders called out, or Mark Torres. I'm not too sure if you're a part of our group, but I hope so, bud. This is a 180-day analysis. It hasn't been showing signs of a lot of upward momentum, but it does show solid, bounces from time to time. Understanding that, it's kind of building that cup and handle. So it's a huge downward trend, built that support here at $16 and is now seeing an upward trend. Overall resistance will most likely be where the previous support is. So we might have caught this a little bit too late. but that would be right around the $18 price point. Understanding that this might be a little bit too late, but I think you did an amazing job calling this one out because of this perfect kind of, it was oversold, so it had a huge pullback. This is something that I love looking for. The RSI indicator is obviously indicating that it's way oversold. I identified its support, so we wait for it to flatline and wait for it to start showing signs of an upward trend. Once it does, then we identify a good buy point, sell point, and where to cut losses. I say $18 would most likely be where this thing would peak out at, but that's really just it. So other than that, that's going to be it for the live stream today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions for future videos, feel free to let me know down in the comments. And then if you guys liked this Facebook live stream, then let me know and I'll try to do it more often. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I want to thank all those guys that within our, or all the members within our Technical Solutions platform, as well as everyone that's watching, even if you're not a part of our group. Congratulate you on all your success when it comes to trading. There's a couple traders that did very well. I think the top momentum trade for the day has to be, let me go ahead and call it out because they were all trading it, IZEA. So actually, real quick, IZEA. Oh my goodness. Okay, well I see why. And again, this is such an amazing thing about being in a group chat with such amazing traders. It's they help you find stocks that are like this. So had a huge pump. As you can see, it's peaking out at around 613. It's already seen a pullback, but this is great. Our traders do their own due diligence, and they find their own potential, and they choose to invest in what is that they see value. And if you guys are to like spoon feed you when it comes to like day trading and telling you like where to buy and where to sell, Technical Solutions is not the group for you. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to encourage you to make sure you do your own DD when it comes down to investing, but to be able to ask questions and share ideas when it comes down to if you have any. But that's really just it. We want to make sure that we lead by example and we share our best practices and our mistakes. And if you guys see value in that, we'd love to have you as a part of our group. The link is down in the description. It's a free Facebook group. And then once you get accepted, it's on the top pinned post. So once you get accepted to the Facebook group, on the top pinned post, there's a link to the group chat. And you simply have to join, and that's really just it. So today's video that I'm going to be uploading at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, we'll be talking about like how to the whole mechanics of buying an investment property cash. I've made a video about cash versus loan. I bought my most recent investment property cash, so I thought I'd make a video on it, kind of just letting you guys know like what they need, what they don't need, and stuff like that. So for those that are asking me questions about certain stocks, feel free to message me in the main group chat within Discord, and that's really just it. I'll go ahead and answer all you guys' questions there. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, and like always, guys, let your passion be what drives you in your success. Take care, team.